Hey guys, it's Jason, and I want to talk to you a little bit about Dead Things. If you know about Dead Things, you should know that Puppet Master, he don't play. He creates all these little monstrosities, and they're coming for you. Talking about Dead Things, I'm doing a response video for Dead Guy Cardboard. So, you cannot talk about Dead Guy Cardboard without Zombie Collector. I mean, come on now. It's like we're simpatico. We're a tag team duo. And if I have the Puppet Master on my side, then we're all going to be okay. So, Dead Guy Cardboard has a 500, that's 500 or 500 subscriber giveaway contest. And so I wanted to get in on that action. He had two questions. One, what got you back into the hobby? And two, how did your hobby evolve? Or maybe in some cases, like grow. Man, so I'm going to talk about that. Mine kind of go together. So as most of you all know who know my channel, I'm a big junk era collector, like a lot of breaking packs and boxes of 90s and 80s guys. But as my collection has grown and shifted and I kind of refocused, when I was a kid growing up, I collected that. And I still collect that, as you who watch my channel know. The thing that most people don't know about is that I lived in Japan for about 12 years off and on. And while living there, I got really into baseball again. And so that kind of brings me to my, this being kind of like a segue. As most of us know that once you hit junior high, some high school, maybe even in college, you leave the hobby, and a lot of us come back to it, which is part of a Dead Guy question. So that happened to me. I moved to Japan off and on, spent a lot of time there, and my peak and my passion for baseball kind of kicked back in. Because if you take Japanese baseball, think of like New Year's with 4th of July and like football excitement. That's how a Japanese baseball game is, like every single game. It is like out of control. And they kind of just stoked my passion for the game again. And so once I moved back to America, I kind of had this idea of like, I like baseball. I'm more into it than I thought I was. And maybe I like it more, and I got back into collecting. And so I wasn't hard and heavy into it at first. It took a couple years to get going. I'd go to a store, Target, Walmart, and buy a retail pack or box here and there, but it wasn't anything crazy. Once my son was born in towards the end of the 2000s, there, I kind of got back into it. I thought, ooh, this is something I can do. And I was like, well, the way my collection kind of evolved, I thought, was instead of me going back and collecting only things that I like, let's think about some things that maybe him and I can do together, which I thought the Japanese baseball players that were starting to make a big migration over here, like Ichiro and Matsui and all those guys, started coming over here, amongst obviously others, Iguchi, Jojima, Sasaki, obviously Nomo kind of was way before all that. But, they started making their trek over here. I was like, let's focus on that. That'd be kind of cool. And so my focus has been, since then, the Japanese ball players. Now, again, I kind of got in and out of it for a while. But over the last 3 or 4 years, I've kind of really got serious about it again. And that has something to do with my son. Want to give him something to maybe one day want to do with me or get more interested in with me. Because like right now, like a lot of kids, it's all about those video games. And that's okay. But, since he hasn't shown as much interest as I thought he would do, because, again, when I was a kid, I was all about the baseball cards with my dad. Now I kind of just do it for myself, and I enjoy it. He still likes to kind of do it with me to a certain degree of pal around and go to shows and do the TTMs and all that. But kind of how things like just progressed for me was that I thought, I'm actually enjoying this like I did when I was a kid, so I'm going to just keep doing it. And so I've been focusing a lot on the Japanese guys since then. So to me, it's just always been about just, they're from Japan, they play in America, MLB, I'm interested in collecting them. And I still, of course, have my Mattinglys and my Larkins, and I still kind of do my binders for sure, because I have a lot of players I collect there. But that kind of was a progression. I kind of focused on not just breaking packs and wax and all that, just to do it like I used to. I had a mindset of like, it's going to be the Japanese guys. And so that kind of got me back into it. And then I also kind of like, focused like, laser beaming on something that made me go, that's what I can do for fun. And honestly, those guys aren't that expensive. I mean, you have people like Otani right now because they're hot, or they were hot before they got injured and kind of fell apart. But most of those Japanese guys are like pennies, nickels, dimes. You just rub 2 wheat pennies together and get most of those guys off of eBay. And we're talking about autographs or whatnot. It's pretty easy to get those guys because they never made it big for the most part. Aside from Ichiro and maybe a handful of others on a way lesser degree, nobody's collecting those guys. And so it's really easy for me to get those and enjoy it because it's something I have that connection with again, growing up or living in Japan for those years, and it's kind of, having a passion for baseball. So with all that being said, that's kind of like my response. It's a twofold there. So I hope you all enjoy the video. A lot of this probably is somewhat new to most of you all. I never really talk about my past lives, if you will, of living in another country. And maybe I'll talk about that sometime on the video if it's relevant. That's the word I'm looking for, to what I'm discussing. But anyways, guys, check out Dead Guy Cardboard. You will not be disappointed. His collection is just spooktacular, to say the least. So anyways, guys, like, subscribe, and comment on this video and on videos over on his channel. And just love each other, respect each other, and enjoy the hobby. And peace out, Gorilla Scout.